Good morning, students. This is 11th standard botany video class, video 5. In this video, we are going to see the same lesson, that is plant kingdom. Dear students, in the previous video class, we have seen the life cycle of genus Chara, belongs to the class Chlorophyceae. It is commonly known as stonewort, living in the freshwater lakes and ponds in a submerged form. The plant body is differentiated into main axis and rhizoids, macroscopic in structure. Rhizoids are arising from the lowermost part of the main axis, which is multicellular thread-like, which fix the main axis to the substratum or at the bottom of the freshwater mud, and also it absorbs water and mineral salts from the soil. Main axis is showing number of branches divided into nodes and internodal region. The internodal region contains a cell known as axial cell, which are surrounded by a vertically elongated cells arising from the node is known as cortical cells. The nodes, which contains three types of appendages: shoot with limited growth, shoot with unlimited growth, and stipuloids. Nodal cells contains uninucleate with a few ellipsoidal chloroplast. Internodal cells contain many nuclei and many discoidal chloroplast. Reproduction of the Chara by asexual and sexual. Asexual reproduction takes place by amylum stars, root bulbils, amorphous bulbils, and secondary protonema. Sexual reproduction taken place by the production of male sex organ and female sex organ in the nodal region. Male sex organs are known as globule. Female sex organs are known as nucleus. Nucleus is located at the top of above the globule. Globule is surrounded by 8 shield cells, which are producing the spermatogenous filaments. Contains anthrozoites. The nucleus, which are surrounded by a spirally twisted 5 cells, tube cells, and 5 coronal cells, which are located at the tip of the nucleus. At the time of reproduction, the 5 tube cells are separated, which forms a narrow slit. Through the slit, the anthrozoites enter into the oogonium and fuses with the haploid egg to form a diploid oospore. This oospore undergo meiotic cell division, produce 4 haploid daughter nuclei. 3 of them disintegrate. Only one functional, which is developed to the Chara protonema. So the life cycle of Chara is haplondic, and also it shows alternation of generation. So after this only we have seen in the previous video class. Today we are going to see another broad division of Thallophyta, that is bryophytes. Dear students, see the structure. This is the one of the bryophytic plant named Rhexia. They are attached to the rocky region with the help of the rhizoids located at the ventral side. See the plant. At the tip of the plant, the thallus is divided into 2. Each and every ribbon-like structure, flattened or clear, ribbon-like structure divided into 2 equal half at the tip. That is said to be dichotomously branching. So this is the one of the bryophytic plant named Rixia. Dear students, this is also the same plant named Rixia, but they are producing a small oval-shaped structure in the thallus, that is plant body, named as gemma cup or gemma. It's a vegetative reproductive organ which afterwards developed into a new Rixia thalli. That is said to be thallus, gemma cup and gemma. That means inside the gemma cup, we are having the gemma. Dear students, this is the another bryophytic plant named Anthoceras. The Anthoceras plant, the plant body is also ribbon-like, flattened, dichotomously branching with a small umbrella-shaped like structure arising from the filament is known as antheridiophore. So the antheridiophore and archegoniophore are the, what is that one? Male and female sex organ. Okay. Dear students, this is the same diagram of Anthoceras which are showing the plant thalli with the antheridiophore and archegoniophore. The color variation is there, green color and what is that? Like a brown color, which are showing the two sex organs, antheridiophore and archegoniophore. This is the another bryophytic plant which is known as Funaria. At the tip they are having the oval-shaped structure is known as capsules. With the help of rhizoids, they are attached to the soil and the leaf-like appearance is also located at the base. So this is the another bryophytic plant named Funaria. Dear students, this is the another bryophyte named Sphagnum, which are showing the economic value. We will see in this lesson, it means at the end of the lesson, we will see the economic importance of bryophytes. The one of the plant is known as Sphagnum, which is used to prepare for the fuel, that is peat, which is produced from the plant is known as Sphagnum. That one we will see later. So these are all the different types of bryophytic plants. We are going to see general characteristic feature of bryophytes, classification of bryophytes, each and every division's characters, and the life cycle of Morgantia and Anthoceras in detailed manner. Dear students, this is the diagram of Anthoceras, already told you. Here they are showing two varied color. That green color which is known as antheridiophore and the brown color which is known as archegoniophore. That means archegoniophore means female sex organ, then antheridiophore means male sex organs. So these are all the two types of sex organs which is seen in the Morgantia. Dear students, now we are going to see another subdivision of thallophytes known as bryophytes. So bryophytes are known as amphibians of the plant kingdom. Underline the word, is a very very important 1 mark question for NEET exam. Bryophytes are amphibians of plant kingdom. That means they are living both land and water. So they are known as amphibians of plant kingdom. And also these bryophytic plants are known as first terrestrial plants. So before we have seen algae, most of the algae which are living on the water only, isn't it? Those are named as aquatic organism. But this is the plant division which is living on the land region. Not only land, they are showing habitat of water also. So they are named as amphibians of plant kingdom. See the paragraph. In the previous classes, we have seen wide range of thallus organization in algae. Most of them are living in the water, that is aquatic. They are also showing different mode of habit, that is heterotrichous habit. Then the development of parenchymatous tissues also vary. Some of the algae which are showing dichotomous branching, that means the plant body divided into number of branches, each branch divided into two, that is said to be dichotomous branching. Some of the algae which are living in the colony form, that is colonization of plants in the past. Now we are entering into the next division from the algae, is known as bryophytes. They are very simplest form of plant kingdom and also most primitive plant group, that is basic one, basic plant group, which are produced from the alga-like ancestors. That means the bryophytes are produced from the algae. So algae plants are known as ancestor of bryophytes. So that bryophytes are known as simple embryophytes. Underline the word, 1 mark question. Bryophytes are known as dash. That means simple embryophytes. So this is the comparison of algae and bryophytes. Then how bryophytes which are originated from algae. Dear students, see the picture. This is a scientist named Shivram Kashyap, year 1882 to 1934, named as father of Indian bryology. Bryology means study of bryophytes is known as bryology. Shivram Kashyap, named as father of bryology. He published a book about liverworts, is a type of the bryophytes of western Himalayas and Punjab plains. And also he has identified different new genera of bryophytes such as Achinsoniella, Sarchia, Sivardiella and Stephanoniella. So these are all the different new bryophytic genera identified by the scientist Shivram Kashyap, named as father of bryophytes or bryology. Dear students, bryophytes are simplest land inhabiting plants or cryptogames. They are living on the moist and shady habitat. Moisture, that means water content which is present in the land area, that is said to be moist and shady habitat. So this is the simplest land living plants coming under cryptogames, living in the moist area and shady places. Vascular tissues such as xylem and phloem are absent in the bryophytes. Underline the word. Vascular tissues are absent in the bryophytes. So they are named as non-vascular cryptogames. 2 mark question. Why bryophytes are named as non-vascular cryptogames? Answer is, bryophytes lack vascular tissue such as xylem and phloem. So they are named as non-vascular cryptogames. Then the another name of bryophytes is known as amphibians of the plant kingdom. All over the plant kingdom classification, they are named as amphibians. Most probably we have seen amphibians in animals only, isn't it? They are one of the class coming under vertebrata. But plants also showing amphibious mode of living habitat. Example, bryophytes. So the bryophytes are named as amphibians of the plant kingdom. Why they are named as amphibians of plant kingdom? Because they need water to complete their life cycle. Without water, the life cycle is not completed. So they need water for completing their life cycle. So bryophytes are named as amphibians of plant kingdom. Another 2 more question. Why bryophytes are named as amphibians of plant kingdom? Bryophytes need water to complete their life cycle. So they are named as amphibians of plant kingdom. So this is the different general characteristic feature of bryophytes. Now we are going to see, after this we have seen general introductory part of bryophytes. Now we are going to see general characters of future of bryophytes. Is a very important 5 mark question. First one, the plant body of bryophyte is gametophyte. Underline the word. When you are moving to the higher plants, the plant body is named as sporophyte, which is diploid. But the plant body of the bryophytes is known as gametophyte. Underline the word. Because the plant body, which always showing the sex organs, antheridophore and archegoniophore. That's why I told you bryophytes are gametophyte. Plant body is gametophyte. But the thallus or a plant body is not differentiated into root, stem and leaf-like structure. That is the first point. Most of the bryophytes are primitive land dwellers. They are primary or basic land form plant. Some of the plants which are living in the water, example Rhaella and Rhixiocarpus. These 2 plants which are showing the habitat in the water, that is aquatic forms. But most of the bryophytes are land dwellers and also primitive. Land dwellers means living on the land region. Dear students, the next point is gametophyte is conspicuous, that is very clear, and also showing the long-lived phase of the life cycle. That means the gametophytes always located on the plant body, that is said to be long-lived phase. Thalloid forms are present in the liverworts and hornworts. So liverworts and hornworts are the 2 broad division of 3 division, but they are named as liverworts and hornworts are 2 types of bryophytes or 2 divisions of bryophytes which are showing the ribbon-like thalli, that is said to be thalloid forms. But the last one division of bryophyte is mosses. They are showing leaf-like, stem-like structures are present. So when compared to liverworts and hornworts, mosses are advanced plant of bryophytes. That's why they are showing leaf-like, not original leaf, stem-like, not original stem. Structures are present in the mosses. Then the liverworts thallus are grow prostrate. That means horizontally on the ground level. And it is attached to the substratum by means of rhizoid. That is at the bottom of the plant thalli, they are producing fine hair-like outgrowth is known as rhizoid. with the help of the rhizoids only, they are attached to the substratum. Here they are having two types of rhizoids named smooth walled and pecked. Smooth walled means the surface is very smooth. The pecked means wavy nature. That is said to be smooth walled and pecked rhizoids are present in the bryophytes. Not only that, multicellular scales are also present. Scales, for example, yam, karnakiழங்கு இருக்கு இல்லைங்களா, the outer surface பார்த்தீங்கன்னா it's a brown in color, dark brown in color along with mud. When you are peeling with the help of the instrument, the outer surface is peeled out. That is said to be scales. Like scales also present in the bryophytic plants made up of with many cells. That is said to be multicellular scales. But the last division of bryophytes named mosses, the plant body is erect. See that one. Liverworts and hornworts are horizontal, that is prostrate. Okay. But the mosses are erect, that means straight, bearing the central axis. Sorry, it has the central axis bearing leaves in the nodal region. That means leaf-like expansion. Some of them multicellular rhizoids are also present. Then next point, vascular tissue like xylem and phloem are completely absent. Hence they are called non-vascular cryptogames. We already seen in the introductory part. Why bryophytes are named as non-vascular cryptogames? The vascular tissues like xylem and phloem are absent, completely absent in bryophytes, so they are named as non-vascular cryptogames. Dear students, next point is vegetative reproduction. Is taken place by the formation of adventitious buds. Adventitious buds means on any surface of any region of the plant body which are producing a small bud-like structure is known as adventitious buds. In Rixia fluitans, and the tuber-like structure which is developed in the Anthoceras. Tuber which are storing the food material. Adventitious buds are responsible for the vegetative reproduction. The tubers is also vegetative reproduction in Anthoceras, but it stores the food material. In some of the bryophytic plants, a small detachable branches, that is fall off. Detachable branches or brood bodies are formed. They help in vegetative reproduction as in Bryopteris fruticulosa. Bryopteris fruticulosa, showing the detachable branches or brood bodies which is help in the vegetative reproduction. Morgantia, which are showing the special type of propagative organs called gemmae. I already showed in the diagram. Gemmae, which is responsible in the vegetative reproduction. Next one, sexual reproduction is oogamous, producing two types of gametes, antheridia, male sex organ, orchigonia, female sex organ, which are produced in protective covering and also multicellular. Then the antheridia produces biflagellate. Dear students, the last video class we have seen life cycle of Chara. The anthrozoids are multiflagellate, many. But see here, in bryophytes, antheridia produce only two flagella. That is said to be biflagellate anthrozoids, which swim in the thin film of water and reaches the archegonium. In the algae, we have seen that is oogonium or female sex organ. Here in bryophytes, it is modified into archegonium. Is a female sex organ. Archegonium, female sex organ, which contains single egg. So the anthrazoid fuses with the egg to form diploid zygote. Then water is essential for fertilization process because the anthrazoids which are having two flagella. What is anthrazoid? Male gametes with two flagella. Flagella is act as a locomotory organ. This anthrazoid wants to reach the archegonium to fuses with the egg. So for that, this antheridia needs water for fertilization process. So with the help of this thin film water only, the anthrazoids swim and reaches to the archegonium and fuses with the egg to form the diploid zygote. That's why they are given the next point, that is water is essential for fertilization process. Then the diploid zygote is the first cell of the sporophytic generation. Before that is the gametophytic generation, isn't it? So the sporophytic generation which undergo mitotic cell division, not meiotic cell division, underline the word, mitotic cell division to form many-celled undifferentiated embryo. Normally embryo means 3 part is there, isn't it? What is that one? Radicle, plumule and cotyledon. That is the structure of embryo which is seen in the higher plants. But here in this bryophytes, the sporophyte undergo mitotic cell division and produce the embryo which is undifferentiated. Differentiated, we are unable to say the parts of the embryo. The embryogeny is exoscopic. That means the first division of the zygote is transverse and the apex of the embryo develop from the outer cell. That is said to be exoscopic. Exo means outer. The embryo which is developed from which region? Outer surface. That's why it is named as exoscopic embryogeny. So the diploid zygote undergo first division, that is transverse division, and the apex of the embryo develops from the outer cell. The embryo divides and gives rise to the sporophyte. Dear students, the embryogeny, that embryogeny means what is that one? Development of embryo is known as embryogeny, is known as exoscopic. What is the exoscopic? The zygote, diploid zygote undergo transverse division and the apical cell, that means the outermost cell of the zygote only, produce the embryo. That's why this type of embryogeny is known as exoscopic. Afterwards, this embryo undergo division to produce the sporophyte. The sporophyte is dependent on gametophyte. Underline the word. It's not an independent one. This word we already seen in the introductory part of the lesson, plant kingdom. 3 type of life cycle, haplondic, diplondic and haplodiplondic life cycle, isn't it? At that time, they are given the example for bryophytes. Sporophyte is dependent on the gametophyte. Then, the sporophyte is differentiated into 3 parts, namely foot, seta and capsule. Foot is the basal portion which is embedded in the gametophyte. From the gametophyte only, the sporophyte is absorbing water and mineral salts. The diploid spore mother cell found in the capsule undergo meiotic cell division and gives rise to 4 haploid spores. Dear students, sporophyte is divided into 3 parts: foot, basal portion, and known as the seta, then capsule. Capsule which contains the diploid spore mother cells which undergo meiotic cell division, produce 4 haploid spores. The spores are similar structure and function. So the bryophytic spores are known as homosporous. In some of the sporophyte of bryophytes, elaters are present. Elaters are a slender, hair-like outgrowth structure which is present in the sporophyte, which is responsible for dispersal of spores. Example, Morgantia. So the Morgantia sporophytic region produce the elaters. These elaters responsible for the dispersal of spores. Then the spores afterwards germinate and produce the gametophytic thalli of the bryophytes. That's why in the first points itself they are given the plant body of the bryophyte is gametophyte. Okay. Then the sporophyte is dependent on the gametophyte for their food material and water. Dear students, the zygote, embryo and the sporogonium, these 3 constitute the sporophytic phase of bryophytes. Then the green color, independent, long-living, haploid phase is called gametophytic phase. So, the bryophytic plants also showing alternation of generation. Haploidic phase, that is haploid gametophytic phase, underline the word bryophytes only, haploid gametophyte phase, alternate the diploid sporophytic phase, shows the alternation of generation in bryophytes. Dear students, these are all the different general characteristic feature of bryophytes. Dear students, these are all the different thallus organization, that means structure and reproduction of bryophytes. First one, Anthoceras. They are showing the Antheridia4 and Archegonia4. This is the elaters which are dispersing the spores. Next one, Funaria. It is the advanced type of bryophytes. The division is mosses. The Anthoceras is known as hornworts. That's why said to be they are known as hornworts. Funaria are known as mosses. They are showing the leaf-like, stem-like appearance. See at the base, a leaf-like arrangement is located. A slender stalk-like portion is called stem-like appearance. At the tip, they are showing the capsule. So this capsule only which are having, what is that one? Spore mother cell, a sporophytic mother cell. Then these two are the types of rhizoid which is present in the bryophytic plants. Smooth-walled rhizoid and pegged type of rhizoid. So first one, pegged, that means they are showing the wavy nature. I told you. That is said to be pegged rhizoid. Another one, the surface is very smooth. That is smooth-walled rhizoids. Then the next one is the sphagnum. I showed in the introductory part, which is responsible for producing the fuel named peat. Then Rixia, showing the vegetative reproduction by the fragmentation of thalli. The plant body is differentiated into dichotomous branching, number of branching, due to natural condition. The plant thalli is divided into number of branches or fragments. Each fragment is developed into a Rixia. Another one, Anthoceras, by tuber formation. At the body surface, which are storing the food material, and the shape is modified into oval structure, which are protected by an outer thick wall, is known as tuber. Once they matured, they are detached from the plant body and developed into a new Anthoceras plant. That is said to be vegetative reproduction by tubers. Another one, Margantia. The plant body which are producing a small cup-like structure which is produced in the thalli, named as Gemma cup. During favorable season, they detached from the plant body and developed into a new Margantia. So that is the another type of vegetative reproduction seen in Margantia plant. So these are all the different structure and the reproductive mode of bryophytes. Dear students, I hope have you all understood introductory part of bryophytes. Father of bryophytes, Shivram Kashyap, known as father of bryology. Then general characteristic feature of bryophytes. And also bryophytes are named as non-vascular cryptogames and amphibians of plant kingdom. Dear students, up to this I conclude my video. Remaining we will see in the next video class. God bless you. All the best, children.